Breaking news! Sandro Marcos hindi na umano lalahok sa impeachment laban sa amang si Marcos Jr. Inanunsyo ni Sandro Marcos, House Majority Leader, ang voluntaryong pag-inhibit niya mula sa lahat ng diskusyon, deliberasyon, at proceedings ng House Committee on Rules na may kinalaman sa mga impeachment complaint laban sa kanyang ama na si Pangulong Marcos Jr. Ayon kay Sandro, hindi ito dahil sa legal na obligasyon, kundi isang hakbang para ingatan niya ang integridad ng Kamara, panatilihin ang kredibilidad ng proseso, at tiyaking buo ang tiwala ng publiko sa sistemang konstitusyonal. I take this step not as a retreat from responsibility, but as an affirmation of it. Public office is a trust, and that trust is strengthened when those who hold power are willing to step aside to protect the institution they serve.
Dahil ako ang majority leader, kung ano ang aking role, we need to remind people, Congress is constitutionally bound to hear these cases for anyone, for any impeachable officer, whether that is the president or not. So, sa mga nagsasabi na baka hahalangin niya yung impeachment or whatever, I cannot do that. And I have to perform my duty as majority leader and perform my duty to the Constitution and my mandate. And that is to say that I cannot stop any impeachment complaint from being referred to the floor or to any or to the Committee on Justice. We have to let the process. We have to let the process do its. We have to go through the process rather. And again, the President in Malacanang has stated that he's confident na wala naman siyang ginawang mali. And I share the same sentiment. So I will not be stopping or blocking any impeachment complaint.
Did you talk to the President with regarding the impeachment?
Actually, to tell you the truth, hindi pa kami nag-usap tungkol dyan.
Sir, at least
Tatlo yung
sinasabi nila na
tatlo yung naisampa, sir. Paano nyo i-treat yung...
I'm not sure how many have been. I haven't been following, but I believe so.
yung second at third yata, sir, hindi rin-receive sa House, sa Secretary General.
Tanungin nyo na yung SecGen. I'm not privy to that information.
At this early, sir, sinasabi nila, mababaw daw ang mga grounds. Trabaho lang naman ng Presidente yun.
I'm sorry?
Sinasabi niya ang mga tao na nakakausap namin, mababaw ang mga grounds.
Well, I
ng
haven't read the
impeachment.
complaint, so hindi ako makakomment dyan.
So yung bilang, sir, kayo ay positibo na may bilang kayo, sir, sa mayorya?
Yes.
Again, hindi naman ako nakiusap sa mga miyembro, hindi naman ako nagtatanong. I don't think we're at that stage yet. Again, it still has to be referred to the floor and to the Committee on Justice. And bilang majority leader, hanggang dyan ang aking trabaho. So, may tiwala naman tayo kay Chair Jinky Luistro, who is the chairwoman of the Committee on Justice. So, it will fall on her and its members to ascertain the merits of the said complaints.
Sir, lastly, message ninyo sa mga taga Ilocos Norte.
Ay nako, nang una,
It's been a while.
yeah, miss ko talaga sila. We've been busy at the house, but any opportunity that I have to come back, I always do. And rest assured na tuloy-tuloy ang serbisyo this 2026.
Sakaling magkaroon ng dalawang impeachment trials, President and Vice President, hindi ba mangyari?
You are saying there will be impeachment both against the President and the Vice President. If this will happen, let us remember, this is a constitutional duty. No? Kahit magulo, and regardless of the survey, we have a mandate that we really have to face. No? This is not a matter of gusto ba namin or ayaw namin. What we should remember, kasama po ito sa aming pinanumpaang tungkulin. Isa o dalawang impeachment, pag na-refer po yan sa Justice Committee, we should be ready to receive the impeachment complaints.
So, is it possible for the Justice Committee to compel the President to appear before the committee?
As far as I understand, sir, it will be his discretion. It will be the discretion of the impeachable official, whether they will come or otherwise. Just like any other right to due process. If you don't come, it means you are waiving your right to be present.
Sige, guluhin ko pa ulit. So, nakita natin yung second mode, pwedeng mag-intervene ng Supreme Court. Saang parte ng first mode of impeachment, pwedeng magkaroon ng quote-unquote justiciable issue na papasok ang Supreme Court?
I cannot speculate on that, sir, no? Pero at least, of course, kapag may magfa-file ng petition with the Supreme Court, questioning any of the different stages of the impeachment process, constitutional duty rin yun ng Supreme Court to address and resolve the issue. So if the question is, saan pwedeng mag-intervene, it depends on which stage of the process is being questioned by the petitioner.
Ma'am, yun po binanggit ni former Congressman Mike Defensor na itong si Zaldico is willing to testify on one of the impeachment complaints. And considering nga na he is a fugitive, pwede ba yun na he will testify kung sakasakali po mag-proceed ito ng impeachment nga po against the President?
I think it's everybody's right to testify, no? For as long as he is willing to appear and to take his oath. It applies to all, no? Kung itong mga intended witness is willing to come before the Justice Committee and take their oath, of course, they can testify. Lahat po ng ebidensya supporting the impeachment complaint has to be sworn in before the Justice Committee.
Sabihin, kung may ganun nga na he is willing, he has to come home. Ganun?
Definitely. As a matter of fact, not only in impeachment process, sa lahat ng investigative body, dapat lahat ng witnesses under oath, which therefore means you have to come and take your oath before you give your testimony.
Ma'am, hindi pwede sa verified Facebook account?
I think everybody knows the answer, no? That distinguishes a formal proceeding from a non-formal. And in as far as investigation is concerned, there are formalities which we really need to comply with.
Ma'am, yun po bang fugitive from justice na tinuturing? Of course, lawyer po kayo, nabalitaan nyo na yung fugitive, hindi pwede mag-file sa korte dahil walang ano sa kanya. Pwede po bang maging testigo sa ibang kaso naman ang isang fugitive?
I am not very much certain, but I don't recall any existing rule that prohibits really a fugitive from testifying in other cases. Ang magiging issue na nga lang dyan, because he is a fugitive and he is facing the possibility of being arrested. Will he be willing to compromise that possibility of being arrested to be able to appear before any investigative body?
At kung kayo naman ang tatanungin mga kababayan, ano kaya ang inyong reaksyon at komento sa balitang ito? Please comment down below at huwag na rin kalimutang i-like at share ang ating video.
Thank you for watching.